Aloha and good morning from St. Petersburg. We've been here for like 4 days now, and isn't it for 4 days?
At least.
Yeah, we've had some generator issues. For some reason, the generator shut off as soon as we got here, and we've been working on it ever since. We think it's a water temperature sensor at this point, and we've got it temporarily going, but it won't be fixed till we get to Fort Myers. We got a very nice harbor host there, Laura, I believe, who's getting all our parts. In the meantime, we've got breakfast going on. That's Lucy. Good morning, she says. And Shadow and Cynthia. My breakfast is upstairs, so that's where we're going next. We're going to pull up anchor and head on south to Longboat Key, I think is what it's called. So that's where we're heading now. So follow along as we head south on the Intracoastal here from St. Petersburg. In this episode of our Boat Stories Great Loop Adventure, we leave St. Petersburg, Florida, and head down the Gulf Intracoastal Waterway to Sarasota. We'll anchor off Otter Key for easy shore access. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our 2 dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. So this is us leaving all this behind here. It's a nice little stay here. Nice day by St. Petersburg. So this is the Corey Causeway anchorage right here, and you see a number of sailboats. It's a rather well protected area of the to anchor in, but there is a little shoaling. Gotta watch out where you go in, but nice, well protected area.
Look at all the birds lined up. So Alex is back here watching our dinghy in the back in the Lido deck. Zava's looking really handsome with sunglasses on. So right here, just beyond that bridge we just went under, is the decision point. Wait a minute. I want to stay in the bay. Oh. We were just having the discussion of whether to go, and this is the decision point where you can choose to go out onto the Gulf waters, or whether to stay here and go under this other bridge and stay within the main channel. The winds had been...
The better route is outside, but... yeah.
Because the winds are at 7, the waves are half foot, but they're coming from...
the east.
From the east.
But there's the shore here, so they don't have room for fetch. So we should be fine if we cross, but... shorter.
I'm so torn. So from the seasickness woman on board, I hate going out in the Gulf water. Our last 3rd day of our Big Bend crossing was less than desirable for me, so I like to stay in the channel. But he's telling me the channel's going to be more choppy than the outside today. So that's what we're debating.
It doesn't bother me any either way.
Nobody wants to hear "told you so." So just before the bridge that then, is this the bridge right before the bay, Zav, or we have another bridge before the bay? So there's an anchorage right here next to these apartment buildings, and I can see several boats here, and it doesn't seem to be too bad. The one we had a no-wake zone and was really protected, so I'm really glad we stayed where we did, which Isla del Sol anchorage. But it looks very nice. There's several sailboats there, and it looks like a couple of motor yachts. There's a pilot boat right here parked at the end. Is there large commercial traffic here, Zava, for a pilot boat? They must have freighters and stuff here, because pilot boat ready to go. These birds, they're used to all this. They're not the least bit worried. They see barges come through here. Oh, poor pelicans. Here's the back view of that bridge we just went under, where we honked the horn and let all the pelicans take flight. And Hanu, our dinghy, is doing a nice job being towed behind. We have very infrequently towed the dinghy. Some of you know the story of our Chesapeake Bay debacle when the dinghy flipped over. But today the waves are supposed to be less than a foot, and so we are going ahead and towing the dinghy because we have been using it recently to go and get supplies and things like that, parts for the generator. So since we're actively using it right now, we are towing it the 4.5 miles till we get to the fuel dock that's coming up. So far so good. There's a crab pot over there, Zav, bouncing along. Just outside the channel is a row of crab pots. We haven't seen any looper boats yet. Zava thought that 2 are behind us, but they must not be traveling that fast because they've not caught up to us yet. How fast are we going?
7.3.
We're going 7.3.
Against the tide.
So we're not getting a push.
So we're arriving just before the Dick Meisner Bridge right here, and we're going to make a starboard turn, as you can see here on the screen. Hopefully we're going to make a right turn and go that way and head south. You have to follow these channels very carefully because they're, again, on either side it is extremely shallow. So off we are. We're heading that way. So right next to marker 23 here, you see shallow water, danger, and you can see just a brown. It looks like you can just walk out there. Extremely shallow. And that's, I think, even for dinghies. So out this way you can see all the birds on a wreck right there. It's so shallow. The wreck is outside, what's left of it, of the skeleton, and all the birds are sitting on top. Pretty cool. We're going down this tight channel right here, going south, and of course all the boats are going fast, approaching us, so rocking. This one not so bad, obviously, but we've had some big boats rock us quite a bit here. Aloha. So we're passing the Tampa Bay Bridge here, and next to us is Acadia, another looper. Not sure where they're heading today. We just said hello to them, but they're heading south with us here, crossing the bay. We're supposed to have 1-foot waves. Obviously they look more like 2-foot following seas right now, and we have about 11 miles to cross to Tampa Bay. So we crossed the bay, as you can see. Slowly, the bay is out there, and slowly we're making it back into the ICW here. It is slow, no wake. Sun is still straight in our eyes, but the waves have come down. Obviously we don't have those 2-foot waves right now that we had out there on the bay, Tampa Bay here, crossing. So that's a good thing. We should be there in about 2 hours. We should be able to get some fuel at Long Key Marina there. They have the cheapest fuel. Now, I'd say that relatively. It is under $4, and that is really hard to find on the west coast of Florida. Any diesel fuel under $4 a gallon right now. So we're going to top off and fill up our auxiliary tanks. Aloha. So up ahead we've got the Anna Maria Island Bridge, and that's Anna Maria Island, which goes from the inlet of the Tampa Bay right here and goes on south to Longboat Key, which is where we're heading. So the bridge is 20 on the sides plus 3 feet in the center, so 23 feet should be fine. We've got like 18-foot clearance, so we don't need to ask them to open the bridge for us. Aloha. You probably can't see this, but we got 3.5 feet below our propellers, which is not that much. I was hoping the ICW would have more room for us underneath, but it's also low tide right now, the very low tide. Anna Maria Island Bridge right here for you. Not that big, not that tall, but says we should be able to fit underneath, so we're gonna try. Busy bridge, people going back and forth from Anna Maria Island. interesting enough on the sides. The other bridges all had birds. Take a look. $25,000 fine for a nuisance opening of the bridge. Not sure how that is ever enforced, but all right. Aloha, we've got the Cortez Bridge right ahead of us. It is 18 feet on the sides plus 4 feet in the center. They just opened. Unfortunately, they only open on 15 and 45, but we are fine as far as I can tell. We should be able to make that no problem and go underneath. So here we have got the Bradenton Beach Pier and the anchorage, and there is a free dock right there for your dinghy. If you come in, you can go into town. So there's tie-up for dinghies right there, which is really nice. And the other side, of course, is the beach. So I believe this is one of those dolphin tours right here. People on the pontoon looking for dolphins. So there's a whole bunch of dolphins playing straight ahead of us here. I don't know if we can catch them, if they're going to come this way. There they are, right there. I don't know if you saw them come out right there on the left. Sad to see a sailboat sunk. Actually, 2 sailboats sunk there. Oh, there it goes, jumping out of the water. Did you see that one? Yep. That is so cool. There they are playing. Some guy on a plane going way too close to our boat. Right towards. Got some big waves here. Here we got the dolphins playing right here. Captain Alex is driving right now. Oh, look at them out there. There they are. Jumping out of the water, but they're here swimming. There they are. Now they're going to come swim next to the boat. There he is. So if you look straight through there, you see a pier. On the other side of the pier is the beach. It's so cool to be able to actually see right through. Flat, very fast inflatable boat. Looks like someone went fishing. So if you have a small boat like that guy right there, longboat pass bridge is right there, and that takes you out to the Gulf. We of course would not fit. Is it a drawbridge? It almost looks like a drawbridge. Oh, is it? It is. Oh, maybe we could fit. I don't know. It's pretty shallow though. I don't know if we can go make it that way. Got a bigger boat coming towards us right now. So we got this little boat dodging between us bigger boats, going really, really fast. Then we got this bigger boat here passing us. It's pretty.
Shallow.
The shallow flat right here.
Yeah, this is a shoal right here. and part of it's showing.
I think
You can even see some of the birds standing over there.
part of it is dry right now on low tide.
Yep.
So we're coming out on this little floating platform, and it looks like it has a slide going down one side.
And a couple of trampolines.
Alex says there's trampolines. So somebody made something for their teenagers and young people to enjoy. Check this out. I'm gonna come around here on the side so that we don't miss it. I know the sun is glaring straight down. I'm just trying to figure out what the sidewalls are. Here, Alex, you come hold the camera so I can take pictures with my phone as we go by of that slide thing. But it's sand. The thing is not floating currently.
Yeah,
Maybe they have to
floating
pull it
somewhere.
out.
So we're passing Sister Key. You see the birds standing right there on the shore. Well, on the shoal. It is extremely shallow here. We just had a boat pass us, but we just had like 1 foot under. Alex can show you right here. Like 1 foot under our keel. Alex says you can start seeing the bottom now. Is that true, Alex?
Mm-hmm. With polarized lenses.
Polarized lenses, yeah. But see the birds. Yeah, the tide is all out, so the birds are sitting on what should be covered by water. So there's the ICW right here, next to Sister's Key, off to Longboat Key. We've got this really fast boat approaching, and it's going to cause a terrible wave. There's not much you can do. It's like a 3-foot wake. Yeah, we felt that one. Got another big boat going really, really fast. Got some really big waves. Aloha, we're slowly arriving at Longboat Key Marina. What we're noticing though, I think we said earlier, starting to see the bottom rather clearly. Not as clearly as the lakes, Alex says. That was really, really clear, right?
Yeah, you can see like 30 feet down.
Yeah. So here we're only looking about 8 feet into the water, but we can definitely see the outline of the sand and whatever else is on the bottom. Aloha, we are approaching Longboat Key moorings, the marina here, and it is shallow. It's 3.1 feet below our propellers right now, but they have the markers here, so we're just going to follow them in, and hopefully we should be okay. They said there should be enough draft for us to get in without a problem. So we're going to fuel up here, get some water, and empty our trash. I think then we keep going.
Longboat Key Marina. If I have it wrong, Zav will check it in the comments. We fueled up here because the fuel was for the diesel was really reasonable. So we're leaving here, and I'm going to take you out the front because I'm filming to the sun. But nice protected marina. And look how the markers are very Christmas-like as we leave here. It's December for us, so
make sure you don't go left or right here at Vids. Like
we
1
can
foot
see
or less.
we can see the bottom. You can see the different colors of water.
Walk here.
So you have to go out. Now, Alex and I walked to the store of the marina. This marina is huge. So when you're at the fuel dock, there's not a ship store there. You have to walk all the way down to the very end where the clubhouse and pool are, which they have clothing, toiletries. the usual stuff. Didn't really see a lot of boating things though, Alex.
Not much.
Like in some of the boats, marina stores we've gone to, they actually have a section that is supplies for your boat, as in, you know, carabiners and I don't know, any little things that you, fenders, things like that. I did not see those in there. I saw clothing, some snacks. They had Christmas ornaments, water guides, coffee cups, things of that nature. They had one little spindle that had things like toiletry items like nail clippers and toothpaste, toothbrush, Tylenol, Dramamine, things like that. Otherwise, it was mostly just a nice upscale little gift shop. So we're heading back out. So Zava, where are we headed now? To Anchorage?
We're heading to an Anchorage. Yeah.
Okay.
Close to where it narrows over there. Sarasota.
So breezy on the water. Alex and I walked all that way down. We're downright hot now. But we got some cold Snapples from the store. That each of us had a cold Snapple. And now we are ready to head on to the Anchorage.
Aloha! We are in Sarasota, or passing it, shall we speak. That's what it looks like from our port side as we're going down. We just stopped off, got some fuel at the Longboat Marina back there. Still got about an hour or so to go here to our Anchorage. It's taking longer because the tide is coming in against us and slowing us down. So we're only going 6.2 miles per hour, which is not that fast. We could go faster if we wanted to, but why burn the fuel? You just want to get there by sundown. So that's our plan right now. Sundown is at 5:30, Alex tells me. Yep. And Lucy's down here saying she's ready for the boat to start.
Marina Jack, this is Dolce Vita for slip assignment.
So we're getting close to sundown. We got another boat on our side here, on the starboard side. Ahead of us is the Ringling Bridge. Named after what, Alex?
The Ringling Brothers.
The Ringling Brothers, which was
The largest circus in America.
largest circus, biggest show on earth. Isn't that something like that?
They're called the greatest show on earth.
Greatest show on earth. There you go. So this looks like the Sarasota fishing pier right here. Got some decorative arches. And of course the Ringling Bridge. Someone out for a sunset sail, it looks like, on the catamaran here. Here we have the Sarasota mooring field. Yeah, when we checked, there was no available until Friday, but it looks like there's a lot of empty balls, so I'm not sure why there was no availability. I don't know what to say. I think it was $22 a day to get a mooring ball there. Aloha! We are passing Sarasota on that side, going down towards the Gulf, which you see right there. Go straight down. Where do we get to? Ecuador, Alex? Colombia? Venezuela? Yeah. All right. So we're not going there. We're actually going to turn into the right here and go to Otter Key. It's supposed to be a really nice anchorage. Hopefully it's not full, because it is a popular place to anchor. We have a backup plan, and hopefully that one's not full. So we have two places to go, but we're turning off to the right here in just a moment.
Action! So Alex just got done setting our anchor here in this cove, and here comes a catamaran following our trail of breadcrumbs in. Zava said this is a very popular spot. And what are we, just south of Sarasota?
Yeah, we're next to Sarasota.
We're next to Sarasota. And this is a very popular
Beach side.
Anchoring spot. So we just fueled up at Longboat Key Marina and got our 2 loads of laundry done while we were there, because while we were filling water, we ran the washing machine. And here they come around the corner. Zava still has his headset on from anchoring.
Turn that off.
And he's getting ready to take off the GoPro that's on time lapse. And we might even see some manatees here. It'll be interesting to see if we see any. So on this side are all bushes or mangroves, and then you have really nice houses with their boats. And the person on the catamaran sounds like he's giving a tour to a whole bunch of people that are sitting on the front.
Aloha and welcome to Otter Key. That is what this hamlet here is called, where we put down our anchor. It's surrounded by some really nice homes, and a sort of protected cove. Right after that wreck right there, there seems to be a wreck that's been here for a really long time. But we are anchored in about 10 feet of water here. So that is not bad. With a 2-foot tide, should still give us 8 feet underneath. It was a little skinny coming in. We only had like 7 feet coming in at low tide, but still, what a nice little place. And the beach, of course, is right on the other side. There's supposed to be a dinghy dock around here. I'm going to have to find out where that dinghy dock is. We may dinghy out there tomorrow, we'll see. In the meantime, mahalo for watching. You know, we always appreciate it. Glad you joined our trip. And until next time, please give us a thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate that. It makes a world of difference to our channel and the algorithm so that others get to watch about the Great Loop. So thank you again for watching. We see you again next time as we continue further south towards Fort Myers and the Keys.